Welcome to Biweekly Builds, a new series on the channel where I will build one thing every 2 weeks, and in doing so, reveal the processes that go into creating anything you can imagine. So, I hope you take the time to build along, or grab a hot drink and relax with us. Hello, and welcome back. It's been a while, and we're back with a new series, Biweekly Building. As the name would suggest, there's going to be a build every 2 weeks. And hopefully this should give me more time to do the survival videos, because they take quite a long time to do, resource collection, etc. But also some creative builds and stuff, which I quite like doing. And we're starting off pretty simple with a nice little cottage in a forest. So what I'm doing is I've already planned out the shape and the color palette and stuff. So I got all the frame done, and now I'm basically filling in the walls in the rough color that they are gonna be. So the stone walls are gonna just be stone, and then where I want like white, I'm gonna put white wool, and then I'm gonna add some windows for the roof, and then we're gonna go through and texture stuff. So I added some mossy cobblestone in the tuff, which what a lovely combination, and some diorite, which I actually think, I'm coming to like diorite. Actually, I think it looks quite good, and I think there's some white concrete as well, and then we got some sort of pretty standard stone sort of texturing, cobblestone andesite, some stone brick. But yeah, this build is relatively simple. I say relatively, a couple sort of things here and there, and I feel like most people could get to this build. It's a lot of shape, a lot of it's in the shape and the color palette and the texturing, and then a couple of little details. I do like that sort of bay window. It's quite nice detail. But it's actually quite a simple build. It's deceptive looking, but it's quite simple. It only took me about half an hour to build, so it's pretty good. But this one and then the next build in 2 weeks are going to be relatively simple, because I'm actually going on holiday on the 4th, so I can't record videos, so they've got to be simple, quick, easy, despite the fact that I am now using a different editing software, because Premiere Pro decided it didn't want to work, so I had to learn DaVinci Resolve in an afternoon and cobble together this video. It works quite well, actually. I quite like it. But that was interesting. But after these couple videos, we'll get to some bigger stuff in the survival series. There's going to be some big changes, big stuff happening. With episode 4, that's a long time coming, and some bigger sort of projects in this new series. If you had actually any ideas for me, stuff that I could build, sort of give me a wackiest ideas and I'll give it a shot, even if it's absolutely mental, I'll give it a shot. But what I'm doing here is obviously I'm adding the roof. I've sort of given it a trim of dark oak with the stairs and the slabs and the floor blocks, but the actual roof itself is just made out of full blocks. It's just the full cyan concrete full blocks, and then I'm going to add some texture to it about now. There we go. And that actually looks quite nice. It looks quite nice. And then this sort of area needed a bit of sort of love. It needed a bit of something. Because, I mean, the wall looks a bit plain and bland, and there's not much going on. So I added this little sort of overhang, sort of, I guess, awning area, which is going to be sort of like a furnace, smelting, crafting area. By the way, if I sound a bit nasally and a bit like I've got a cold, I suffer really badly from hay fever, so I'm sorry about that, but I can't help it. So I might sound a bit bad for the next couple videos, but hopefully it should wear off soon, hopefully. But here we go. We're adding some of the sort of more details, the more lived-in stuff. We've got some 1.20 stuff. This is actually my first 1.20 build, though it was designed in 1.19, so it doesn't make full use of the 1.20 stuff. The next build should. But I say that, I did use some cherry leaves on the other side of the build right here, because I wanted to use them. They look quite nice. Yeah, I think that worked quite nicely actually. But here I am clearing out an area to add some pathing in, make it fit in with the rest of the sort of surrounding area. I would usually add custom trees, but given the amount of time I have, custom trees are going to take a while. So unfortunately we didn't get many of those in, but the path is actually quite nice. I'm not sure if you can actually see it because my preview is tiny now, but it's coarse dirt, sideways oak log and moss, and that creates a quite nice detailed sort of gritty thing. But there we go. The build is over, and I hope you enjoyed the video and enjoy this sort of cinematic showcase of the build. So yeah, thank you, and I'll see you next time.